James Starling here for the DeeJam YouTube channel after another matchday experience. Make sure you check out the highlights down in the description below before we spoil the result. Boys, first of all, congratulations on a win and a much needed win. Looking at that table, You're now up to 8th. Performance really didn't matter today, was it? It was all about getting that win.
It was the cliche 6-pointer today, but I mean, like I say, it was always going to be a bit of a scrappy affair, I think. But weather conditions definitely added to that.
Yeah.
But you can't fight nature at the end of the day. But luckily, we did enough.
Yeah, that's it. And obviously for yourself, let's talk about your goal. It was probably the only highlight I could really manage to get from that first half. A bit of a slide tackle finish, as you said. What was going through your head when you actually did that? Was it just trying to get the ball
on a bounce, really? Yeah, I could see the gap on the left-hand side, but I didn't think I was going to get enough on it, so I just tried to slide in, catch it on the bounce, and luckily the keeper, I think that our striker was unsighted the goalkeeper, and just managed to roll it in, and just roll past him. Luckily, that just sort of defined the game. Really, it was very scrappy, and just like the goal. Same with the second, really. The whole game seemed to be scrappy, but we got the win. That's the main thing.
And obviously going in at half time, I know you were playing with the wind in that first half. In the second half, what did your manager have to say to you? Was it just, right, we're 1-0 up, let's just calm things down, or what was it said at half time?
Well, I think we went into obviously half time with a positive attitude, but still we weren't happy with how we played. Obviously, just how the game had unfolded. But I think we were trying to play it short, obviously, because we were against the wind. But I think I don't know, the conditions.
Didn't really help
the pitch, I mean, it was moist.
We tried to tweak a few things as well. We tried to push the midfield up a little bit, try and anticipate the ball going further back. But it was difficult. It was really hard to read. The wind, it just kept picking up all the time. So it was really hard to it was really hard to read. So it was really difficult to play against. And with the pitch being the way it was, we couldn't really play out on the floor either. So it was sort of a catch-22 really. So we just tried to win the first headers and pick up the seconds, just do the basics really.
Yeah, that's it. And I mean, obviously, when they get their goal, it was this absolutely superb finish from their lad. It was a great goal, but you kind of all rallied around each other after that point. I didn't see anybody's heads kind of drop. It was that kind of kicked you on, to be honest.
Yeah, if something like that probably would have happened to us right at the start of the season, we probably would have crumbled a little bit and probably rolled over and maybe not be so quite thankful as what we are now. But I think, especially for a young team that we are, sort of showed some good character, dug deep and got the result in the end. So, yeah.
And obviously, as I said, that now takes you up to 8th. Are you guys thinking that's pretty much done and dusted now? There's not very many games left, or are you still kind of looking over your shoulder a little bit?
There isn't many games, but we've still got some big games to come. We've got Coddenham and Kesgrave that are around us, Stanton as well. They'll be tough. If we can beat Coddenham, I think that will really make us safe. Obviously, we've got a great result against Sporting a couple of weeks ago, which has really helped us, to be honest. Made today a little bit easier, although we didn't play like it. We're a bit rusty as well. I think we had a week off last week. We could have done with playing last week and keeping the rhythm going, which we didn't do, unfortunately, today. But we've still got some big games. If we can pick up another couple of wins before the end of the season, really make sure we're safe. Obviously, that's what we want to do. So.
And let's just sort of wrap things up and just talk about the actual club overall. Obviously, I know brief history. It's been a big rise for you guys, constant sort of back-to-back promotions, and now. I mean, I'm going to say you look quite settled in this division after what was a difficult start to the season. Aims for the club, has there been any kind of discussions about where you guys want to take things, or is it just a case of let's just try and do one game at a time, one season at a time, or what's the club really said?
Difficult.
It has been difficult. I'd like to say at the start of this season we had a really unsettled pre-season, didn't have a lot of fixtures. We had the reserve team folded, which obviously a lot of us were playing in that, myself included, and have now we've all sort of moved up and joined as one team. So we had a lot of uncertainty, had manager leave. So we had a lot of things going on that sort of, not unsettle. Well, it does unsettle you, don't it? So we had a lot to deal with in that sense. So I think the main aim for us now closing this season is to get a bit of structure about us, get set up nicely and just prepare for next season really. Just be nice to get a bit of order, a bit of set up some nice pre-season games and go from there really.
Good. Boys, thank you very much for your time. Appreciate your efforts.
Cheers.
As I said, in tough conditions, you've done really well. Make sure you hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe, and until we show you next time, adios.